The year was 1929. America faced its worst economic crisis ever. The stock market crashed, wiping out fortunes and shattering dreams. Businesses crumbled, factories closed, and banks shut their doors. Millions lost their jobs, their homes, and their hope. The Great Depression gripped the nation. People struggled to survive. Unemployment soared, reaching a staggering 25%. Bread lines stretched for blocks, filled with desperate Americans seeking food. Farmers lost their land, unable to pay their debts. Dust storms ravaged the Midwest, adding to the misery. The American dream seemed to vanish overnight. The crisis shook the nation's confidence. People questioned the very foundation of their society. It was a time of despair and uncertainty. The government seemed powerless to stop the downward spiral. Traditional economic policies proved ineffective. The nation desperately needed a new direction, a bold plan to lift it from the abyss. In 1932, a new leader emerged, promising hope and change. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, known as FDR, was elected president. He understood the depth of the crisis and the people's suffering. Roosevelt offered a new deal for the American people. He promised swift and decisive action. He pledged to use the power of the federal government to combat the Depression. Roosevelt took office in 1933. He immediately launched a series of programs and reforms. These programs aimed to provide relief, create jobs, and stimulate the economy. The New Deal marked a turning point in American history. It expanded the role of the federal government in people's lives. It aimed to protect the vulnerable and promote economic security. The New Deal was a multifaceted approach to tackling the Depression. It had three main goals: relief for the unemployed, recovery for the economy, and reform to prevent future crises. One of the most iconic New Deal programs was the Civilian Conservation Corps, or CCCC. This program employed millions of young men in conservation projects. They planted trees, built parks, and fought soil erosion. The CCC provided jobs, instilled discipline, and fostered a sense of purpose. Another landmark achievement was the Social Security Act of 1935. This act established a safety net for the elderly, the unemployed, and dependent children. It provided retirement benefits, unemployment insurance, and aid to families in need. The New Deal also introduced regulations for the banking and financial industries. It created the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC, to insure bank deposits. It aimed to restore confidence in the banking system and prevent future financial panics. Section 4. The New Deal's Impact, a Ray of Hope. The New Deal had an immediate and profound impact on American society. It provided much-needed relief to millions suffering from unemployment and poverty. It put people back to work, restoring their dignity and hope. The CCC employed over 3 million young men. It gave them jobs, food, and shelter. It also taught them valuable skills and instilled a strong work ethic. The projects they completed left a lasting legacy on the nation's parks and forests. Social Security provided a safety net for the most vulnerable. It offered a measure of security to the elderly, the unemployed, and families in need. It helped to alleviate poverty and reduce suffering. The New Deal also helped to restore confidence in the government. People saw that their government was taking action to address their needs. This renewed sense of hope and optimism was crucial for the nation's recovery. Section 5. The New Deal's Legacy, Shaping Modern America. The New Deal left an enduring legacy on American society. It reshaped the role of government, established a social safety net, and transformed the relationship between citizens and their government. The programs and reforms of the New Deal laid the foundation for the modern welfare state. Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid all have roots in the New Deal era. These programs continue to provide essential support to millions of Americans today. The New Deal also had a profound impact on the American economy. It helped to regulate the financial industry, protect consumers, and promote economic stability. It paved the way for decades of economic growth and prosperity. The New Deal remains a subject of debate and discussion. Some argue that it went too far, while others believe it did not go far enough. However, there is no doubt that it was a transformative period in American history, one that continues to shape the nation today.